up a chair if the chair hasn't sued you yet, for a tale of Turtle Island that nobody should forget, where the wind smells of brine and trouble and the tasks wear chaos masks, and Drex, the self-appointed maestro, never simply asks. Day one began with knocking of the personally offended kind. Zarek Goldbite gleaming at the door like bad omens refined. Fetch some tables, fetch some chairs, how hard could that possibly be? Knowing, oh dear reader, dear, sweet innocent reader. 3 days of madness on the swaying bones, every simple errand crumbling into groans. Fish oil, harpies, goblighters, the fall, and Raj leapt off a flying machine for no reason at all. Down into the lower markets where the fishmongers wage war, where every rope has threatening opinions and the frying oils roar. Barry spotted children near the cliff and charged to save the day. His hooves met fish oil, dignity met oblivion, hooray. He slid on all four legs toward the abyss with noble grace, scrambled back from certain death with heroism on his face. The children watched him utterly unbothered, perfectly fine. They were never in any danger, not even slightly. At Wriggle's carpentry, 2 cinderblade thugs filled the air with steel, and Adeline stepped forward with a glare that made them feel the sudden deep conviction that they'd rather be elsewhere. They melted into apology and backed into the air. Then back they went with furniture too rickety to trust. A drunken ogre wandered by, a fish doll bit the dust. Goblin children rained seawater on Silas from above. With the accuracy of trained assassins, I mean that as a compliment. The scaffold bridge awaited them with the ropes already cut. Silas and Raj stepped onto it, and that was pretty much that. 20 feet of splinters, profanity and flailing limb. The table did not make it, though they did just barely them. Back at Serpent Haven, Drex laughed loud enough to shake the walls, and Adeline brushed his surface thoughts in one of those close calls. One thought, sharp and gleaming, sitting right there in his head: I'll use you. What a lovely man. 3 days of madness on the swaying bones, every simple errand crumbling into groans. Fish oil, harpies, goblighters, the fall, and Raj leapt off a flying machine for no reason at all. Day 2 brought Broden Saltbraid, whose beard is forged from anchor chain. Sea harpies hit the fishery, and Drex wanted it explained. Down precarious walkways where the platforms groan and sway, into mist and shrieking fury at the breaking of the day. Silas cast a spell of great heroic certain aim. It soared past every harpy, and a fisherman became instantly unconscious while his son watched horrified. The boy ran from Silas as if death itself had come to guide. 2 more harpies from the fog, feathers dark as falling doubt. The party fought and balanced between keeping people out of the mist below that hid the endless patience of the fall, until the creatures dropped at last and silence took the hall. Split-lipped Corin offered salted fish by way of thanks, a meal for those who enjoy chewing through their own mistakes in ranks. Drex was absolutely delighted by the whole affair, which should have worried them more than it did. Day 3 arrived the burnt ether and a halfling's tax fraud grin. Fint Marlowe and a cargo skiff held up by hope and tin. The sky was dark, the crew uneasy, everything a sign. The nets crashed down and goblighters roared out of the line. Bombs and darts and goblin insults none of us will translate. The captain died mid-crisis and he took the helm to fate. The skiff veered toward the island till Silas grabbed the wheel and saved them from becoming art, which was a very close deal. But then, oh then, Rashkor looked at a goblighter mid-flight through the sky, and something in him reasoned that he ought to give it a try. He leapt from the deck onto the machine with absolute commitment. The machine objected, both fell, and I question his judgment. 100 feet into the sea below, and yet he lived. Not miracle, not fortune, just the stubbornness he gives to every situation that would kill a lesser soul. This was stubbornness triumphing over mortality. I was not there, I wish I had been. 3 days of madness on the swaying bones, every simple errand crumbling into groans. Fish oil, harpies, goblighters, the fall, and Raj leapt off a flying machine. Barry slid into an abyss on fish oil. Silas knocked out an innocent man, and Drex thought the whole thing was wonderful. May your footing be surer than Barry's. Dory and Frostquill, Bard, survivor, witness